Good morning, guys. The winter frosty weather is coming, but we have some exciting, oh man, okay, we have some exciting happenings. Oh, I'm gonna have to raise this. Okay, yesterday I saw that we have sprouts from this right here. These are beets, rutabaga, and kohlrabi. But you can see that this one, it was not up at all last night, but now it's reaching for, I just sat it here yesterday because we weren't home for most of the day. Just sat it here once I saw them sprouting, and you can see they reached up really far. So I'm gonna have to sit a book underneath here to raise them. But these are my peppers, and let me see if I can show you. Oh, there is one right here, and this makes me so excited because that side of the pepper tray is actually from the pepper plants that my seeds got, or the pepper seeds that my seeds all got wet, and I wasn't sure if any was going to germinate, and so I was just trying. I planted like 5 seeds per row or per cell, and I don't think that was the only one. I think, yeah, I can see some over here in the back that are also trying to germinate. So it's only about like 2 or 3. I had 20 seed packets that I got wet from last year that I tried to see if any would germinate, and then I also have some just regular bell pepper plants that are popping up. Like I have a poblano here, a Cherokee bell. I have a mulatto, which is a purple one. This is inside my house in what I call the glass room because it is glass windows everywhere. It is not insulated in here, and so it does get, in the summer, it gets hotter than the rest of the house, and in the winter it gets colder than the rest of the house. But if I leave my actual front door open, the heat from inside the house kind of comes in here. And so I've been trying to keep it a little warmer in here because I did not put my heat mat. My heat mat is actually right here. I may end up going ahead and put my heat mat underneath these peppers to help it with the heat. Let me see if I can find, if you hear noise in the background, that is my children. Today is Martin Luther King Day, so my son does not have any college classes. I wonder if I can use this lid. Yeah, that works pretty good. Another thing I have to do, so these are lights. Let's see. These are my grow lights. I can't use this one because this one is actually motion centered, and I didn't know when I bought it. So obviously sitting underneath the lights, nothing's moving, and so they would just turn off by themselves. But I have, let's see, you can just get these from Walmart. They have the ones that have the 5,000 lumens, and then one that have 3,000. I've used both of them and they've worked fine for me. I want to see, I need to put another grow light because usually it takes, right now I only have one grow light because as soon as I saw, I didn't have enough time, but as soon as I saw that the plants had germinated, I wanted to go ahead and get them under light immediately so that they wouldn't get leggy. But I really need to put another grow light in there. And I just get these from Walmart, like I said. At one point I had like 16 of these, but I did give a lot away to friends once I got my hoop house last year, for friends who needed some lights to seed start as well. Some of these actually even come with a plug-in where you can like plug in multiple lights. This one doesn't have it, but then it also comes with these screws, and I just use the screws to hang it from here. This, actually, I don't even know what am I thinking about. Why did I raise that? I was about to say that's what I'm going to do. I do need to plug up this light, but this tray actually, this whole tray is cold hardy plants, and I put them underneath the grow light last night because I saw them sprouting and I wasn't able to get to the hoop house. My kids are playing with a pool noodle. So I wasn't able to get to the hoop house yesterday. But let's see if I can do this one-handed. But as I was about to set up that other grow light, I realized that this is all cold hardy things, and so I don't actually need these to sit inside my house. I'm trying to save my grow light and my house and my lights in my house for plants that actually need it. And I've already sat out other plants. They do need a water, but you can see that this other tray has already started to have lots of germination, and this is broccoli that's sprouting here. There's some kale, even some cauliflowers. So I'm gonna leave both of these out here. It's actually a really cloudy day. I might sit them, I was just about to say I might sit them on the back on these back shelf, but as I was thinking about that, because the sun is like rising. Yeah, the sun is right there, and so when it comes from out of the clouds, it's only getting like, yeah, everything's shaded in here right now except for this back part. So okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them on this top shelf for now, but in the next couple days, I think it's like 2 days, I'll have to come back out here and move them to like probably the middle of the greenhouse, because it's gonna get down to 20 degrees, and it's like 20 degrees for like 4 days in a row. Not as cold, 20 degrees Fahrenheit, not as cold as like some of you guys, but that's still pretty cold for here. And last year when we got to like 17 degrees for like 4 days in a row, stuff at the edges had a problem. So stuff, because this is open right there, so stuff at the edge right here and stuff at the beginning of the hoop house is what had damage, but the middle of the hoop house was fine. Let me get these on the shelf, and then we'll go back inside and finish setting up. Oops. I need to also get some water when we come back out and water. I don't have any water in here and the hose isn't on, but I need to get some water because that tray that I just sat up there is actually dry. It doesn't have any water. I bought them water and it doesn't have any water, but the other one that had already been out there still has water, so that one's good. So let me go in here, get some water. Woo! What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? Hey, Winter. Hi, Winter. How are you?
I'm having Winter, and I was trying to see which side Winter's babies were on.
Don't hit your sister. Say sorry.
Sorry, now. And I think it's on this side.
Yeah? You got babies in there? Huh? Do you got babies in there?
You can't see nothing in her fall.
You can't see nothing in her fall?
Yeah, just white and eyes.
Just white in eyes?
And a nose.
And a nose?
I'm trying to do this, but she's keep on moving.
Yeah, she is. A little puffy.
But hit the
Okay. You can see where the water has come out of here, so I'll put some more water in here as well. Phone just, not phone, camera just dropped. So like I was saying, although we have the sun out, there is, so right there, I think having those right for now back here is going to be good, because there's a tree right here, and though it's a small tree, it's not letting the rest of the hoop house get much sun. But it's still early in the morning, and so once the sun comes across the sky, it shouldn't be an issue. Let's see if there's anything to snack on. There's some more snacking. I'm so happy to have these sugar snappies. I really wish all of these would have germinated, because every time I come in here and look at that, it makes me so happy. Okay, put the water in there. We'll go back inside and set up our, we call them grow lamps. With the cold weather coming, I do have some things inside the hoop house, like the peppers, that I don't think they would do good with it dropping down to 20 degrees. Peppers really struggle even going down to like 40 degrees. And so what I was thinking about doing is actually doing a double layer of plastic, so like they're already in plastic, but then protecting them even more in more plastic, but not today, because it's not gonna get that cold yet. But I'm gonna get this other, it comes with like these little clips, so I'm gonna get the other one out and set up, because I do have another, like right now this one grow lamp could possibly be fine, but I do have also another tray. Do I have another tray inside the bathroom? I'll have the sweet potatoes inside my bathroom, as well as the other tray that I guess I can bring out. They don't need light right now, they mostly need heat, so it's just why I've been keeping them in my bathroom. But the other tray of it's eggplant, the tomatillos and stuff that we started together. I just clip these into the holes that they have and then hang them. And literally these grow lights are so cheap. You can like definitely get away with doing grow lights. When we lived inside these grow lights, these shop lights, when we lived inside our, what's it called, RV, I had some of these, and I just had like one or two of these, and I literally held them with like a nail underneath our dinette table inside the RV. And so you could definitely make space like underneath your table. If you don't have like space and you don't have like cats or animals that will mess with them, you can do grow lights and hang them underneath your table. You can do it in like a closet, which is what I've done before in our old neighborhood. Now that I have that set up, you can really see the whole thing now has light. I was able to push this back. That's the little, I think that's the jalapeno, yeah, that's popped up. But now when all of these start to see, we have the Cherokee bells popping up. And when, oh yeah, what's this? This is an emerald giant. And that's popping up. Yay. While we are in the gardening things, we're gonna go out here to the garden because I never actually stacked those Greenstalk planters after I moved them off of my patio. I never restacked them. Because that first day when I moved them, it was raining, and then right after that, so it was raining the first day, and then after that we had church and we were gone all day. So now I'm looking at my garlic too, so now I'm gonna restack them. I think that one of them I'm going to do, let's see, right here at the end of this in-ground bed. I thought about it, and I actually think there's only one tier that was doing the, like, having a lean going on. So I'm gonna see if I can, and I'm not gonna use the rolly base anymore, just because inside I want this to be like as level as possible, and I don't want it to have like any kind of tip over. If I was thinking about it and I had to do it again, I would probably do the spinning base instead of like the ones with the wheel. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, I did have a spinning base. I don't know what I did with it, but I'm gonna leave these on the ground like I've done the green ones over there, because it makes it much sturdier than putting them on the wheels. Of course I put that on, and as soon as I snapped it I realized I forgot this. I decided this is going to be the one that has herbs. Right now it has other stuff in it, but this is going to be the one I turn into just herbs. So I have one of them set up, and I don't think it's enough space for right here, but one, this is a slope. You can't really tell right now, but it does go down. And two, it doesn't seem like it would leave enough space for like walking, and so I'm thinking about putting it right there. I'm gonna try between those two beds. I'm gonna try and see, and hopefully it works out. Okay, we were able to get this one stacked 4 high. The last one I could not stack because it actually, I guess my dogs or somebody, where is it? Oh, it bent it in right there. It's kind of super bent in. I could try and sit it at the top, but it would definitely not be snapped in and not secure, which I may, I guess, or just leave this one on the floor, and I can still grow in it on the floor, and still I would just be like a pot that I have to water. But at least now I have my Greenstalks both stacked up out here. The sun has came out, so now it's definitely hot, and I feel hot in this sweater. But we got everything garden wise that we needed to get done. We watered the seedlings, we got the seedlings moved out here, we got the other grow light put up. I showed you guys all the little sprouts, and that's really exciting. Peppers can take up to 3 weeks to germinate, and so that's why I always start them in January, because I usually always have germination issues, and this just gives me time that if I do have any germination issues, or in the case where I have those 20 seeds that I'm not sure if they will germinate, it gives me time to replant them at the beginning of February. If at that point it will be 8 weeks from my last frost, and the peppers will just be a little behind the ones that did end up sprouting. But it gives me plenty of time for mistakes and error, and that is why I start my peppers at the 12-week mark. And it gives me plenty of time to know, because it's like 4 weeks, and by that time the peppers should have definitely sprouted, and if they haven't, then I can restart them. So we're starting where we ended. If you are in the need of some grow lights, definitely swing by Walmart, pick you up some of these shop lights. I've been using them for, I want to say 7 to 8 years. I used them in my last house, and I've been using them again, and everybody that I've gave them to have been using them, and they work perfectly to grow you some started seeds. Thank you guys for hanging out with me while we did gardening things today before the storm comes. We still have, today's Monday, we have probably, I think tomorrow's when the temperatures start going down, and then we have like those 4 days in a row where it's really, really low. So we'll have to, after I finish this vlog, I have to go to the farm store and get me some straw, because of course, wouldn't you know that our baby rabbits, which are, they're right outside of here. I actually see them from inside of my glass room, but we have one mama right here, we have a boy, and then he's Possum, and then we have another girl right here. Gave them some nesting boxes today. We were supposed to give it today. Today's day 29. Rabbits give birth on day 31, I think, and you give them nesting boxes on day 28 because it could be day 30. And so I didn't have time to give it to them yesterday, but today we woke up early. There was no baby rabbits, and we gave them nesting boxes. I still have 2 more rabbits that we need to give nesting boxes to, and hopefully we should have some baby rabbits in a couple days, but it will be on like the coldest days of the season, the winter, you know, when it's gonna be like 20 degrees. So I'm gonna make sure I give them lots of straw, lots of hay, stuff like that to insulate them. And I'll be sure to show you them when they are born, and I'll have to see you guys on my next video.